What's up, everybody, and welcome back to VEGA Conflict. If you have been hitting the level 40 to 55 Reapers, and then you hit a level 70 or whatever Reaper, you may have noticed something very horribly different. Okay, first off, I'm going to start off by pointing this out. This is a 6,000 plus damage per second fleet. This is a 2,000. I was hitting level 55s, and it was taking the fleet over 8.5 seconds to destroy a single ship when they're all targeting one, the level 55 Reaper fleet. That's level 55, everybody. Now, I got jumped by an Ancient Reaper and took 9.5 hours to repair time. Well, around 9 hours. I've got 12.5 hours total in repair time so far, because it's my secondary fleet. But something I noticed right away, level 70 Ancient Reaper fleet, and the ships in that one were being one-shot and vaporized by everything I had. But the ones in level 55 were not being just decimated. They were taking almost 10 seconds apiece to destroy when they were being completely focused. This is all my ships focusing a single target. None of their shots were being blocked by other ships. They were hitting the closest ones, and there was no obstruction. And even the carrier's fighters were staying on them for 8.5 seconds of total fighting time. But we can't calculate the amount of health it has, but I do know this. I've hit the Reapers before in the last decimation. They were usually destroyed and just ripped apart in a matter of seconds, and not almost 10 seconds. Literally a maximum of 2 seconds, roughly. That isn't the case. The Ancient Reaper 70 lost more quickly while doing more damage to my fleet than the level 55 Reapers did. And I'm going to point out exactly what I mean. This is a 2,000 damage per second fleet. I'm going to change the formation real quick. I've been farming with it for a few minutes. I'm going to go Pentagon so that they all bunch up, because that's what I want. And I'm going to hit level 50 Reaper fleet as it's getting away. But I'm going to show you something funny. Well, I found this just an insult, and for the Kickside development team to do something like this was just... it was a low blow even for them. Increase the amount of health that the ships have so that they can produce more damage per second. Well, not more damage per second, just so that they can do more damage before they explode is just disgusting. But this is my secondary fleet with 2,000 damage per second. It takes them almost a full 5 minutes to beat the fleet, and I'm going to let them full auto it. I'm going to let them attack the fleet and fight full auto. And AI on and everything. I just wanted to give you all a heads up so in case you didn't notice this little change, you'd at least have some knowledge of it. So if you just barely logged on at the same time this video goes live and you decide just to randomly watch the video, be careful. Be very careful, because the fleet you may have had before to just rip these little guys apart for intel isn't that suitable against them at the current time. It is most likely more suitable against an Ancient Reaper 60 at this point. Yes, you heard me right, an Ancient Reaper 60. 5 levels above this. And I bet you could rip this same fleet. Actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take this fleet right after combat. I'm going to find an Ancient Reaper, level 60. I'm going to beat it down. It is absurd the amount of damage that I took so quickly. I hit 7 55s in a row. No, 7 55s in a row with the level 74 fleet of mine. And I got hit by one single Ancient Reaper 70. It didn't occur to me how quickly the fleets died before, because I got attacked and I knew I was going to take damage, and it annoyed me, so I actually tabbed out. While I went back in, they were still in the middle of the fight, and I watched them one-shot one of the ships, and that immediately drew me a red mark, just a giant red mark. I can't one-shot the ships with a single ship in a level 55 fleet, but they can one-shot a Reaper in a level 70 fleet. Someone want to explain that? But it got better because I started hitting the lower level fleets with these ones, and I saw the same pattern. Before, I could just decimate the low level fleets. You've all seen it before in videos that I've shared. As well as the low level base. I haven't even hit a base yet, and I'm actually not going to because I'm not interested in taking damage anymore, and I already have. But the general point of this video is literally, be careful. They've modified the amount of hit points, or they've just added stupidly high resistance to them, expecting people to pay out the arse for whatever reason they can get your money. And the only thing I have to say, if they're going to do that, don't pay them a single cent. Don't give them anything. If they're going to modify something just to get money, don't do it. Hit the higher level stuff for the repair time. It would actually be worth your money. Literally. But I'll tie this video up after I hit the Ancient Reaper 60 with this fleet, the same 2,000 damage per second fleet, mind you, except for I'm not going to let them auto. I'm going to knock the AI off, and I'm going to tell them to attack the Ancient Reaper specifically. What, the one that wandered off down here lost his shield? Manual intervention. Go join your buddies. But you should clearly see the difference between this and when I hit an Ancient Reaper. Because I got hit by a 70, I'm going to hit a 60 with this fleet. So you're going to see just how much quicker the aliens fall in the ancient fleets than in these fleets. And if this is just another progression thing for them trying to stop lower levels from progressing into higher tier stuff, they're making it harder for the tier 5 stuff, the tier 5.5 stuff, the Demon Core, making it harder for them to get stuff too by increasing the health or increasing resistance or whatever you want to say. Alright, now where's the level 60? Right there. But this was a low blow, a very, very low blow that was disgusting. Alright, let's target this one. And something else I noticed, does anybody else feel like the combat sector's gotten smaller in the slightest bit? It just feels a bit smaller. I don't know why, but it just does. Oh yeah, and then there's the lag from whenever one of the other ones spawn in. It's just, look at that. One shot from a single ship, and they usually two shots and they go down. Just 2 shots and they're gone. 5 levels above Ancient Reaper, high damage per second. I think I'm going to be farming the Ancient Reaper 60s over the regular fleets until they fix that crap. I don't expect any of you to deal with it either. This will be higher damage that you take. Unless you have a Paladin carry, you just close in, you just put them down. Let's see how quickly they destroy the Ancient Reaper. 3 barrages and it's basically half health. 4 barrages, it's done. It's gone. Let's go target the other one now. I mean, look at that. Someone want to explain why the level 50 Reapers have more health than the ones that spawn in as the escorts for the level 60 Ancient Reaper? Because should we not have the choice of being able to choose what to hit and what to protect ourselves from? And yes, I know I took a lot more damage from this, but I'm just going to say it's justified to point this out. Does it seem like a good change? No, not even close. You went so far from the far left field it ain't even funny. We sent people from another country looking for you guys, Kixeye. You were so far out of bounds this time around. We just had to send an escort to try and find you. Seriously, I've gotten like 8 pattern boxes over the past couple months, and I haven't gotten a single pattern from the normal ones. It just gives me one now. Luck of the recording, everybody. Oh no, you don't. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna return back for full repair time. But that's that, everybody. I just wanted to point that out. Be careful what you're hitting, and if they did the same thing with the barrage hives, your best bet would just be to back out for now and just wait for them to recognize that that type of thing is absurd. But that'll be it for this video. I'll see you all in the next one.